YouTube, what's up? So I'm in Germany now, as you can see. Bremerhaven, Seahawks. Had to make that move. Anyway, in the know, where the know stems from. You got to know where the know stems from in your body. There's no separation between body and God. Body is essentially God in 3D. Body is the beast or the animated God, which is the devil. Because we are carbon based. Carbon is 6 electrons, 6 protons, 6 neutrons. So 666, the mark of the beast. When you breathe more than 6 times per 20 seconds or 18 breaths or more in a minute, you're in the beast. So when you're running, typically when people are in any mode where they're in shallow breath, they're in the beast, in their body, in auditory thought, not visualizing. Just more so in the senses, the carnal senses. So since there's no separation, there will always be some form of pressure in the body. Pressure will always persist. So we got to go with the path of least resistance. There's always going to be some level of pressure or some no, and you just have to know where that no comes from. So when you visualize a path, when you visualize, if you're split between 2 decisions or multiple decisions, then it's when or where do you feel the no. So as you visualize, how many steps down the path is the no? Where's it at? And where in your body do you feel it? Is it from the lower parts? Is it from the upper part of your body? What part of you is creating the resistance? Because temptation is the greatest gift. So if a lower part of you is saying no, then it's probably best that you go, because the lower part, you got to look at that temptation as a divine guidance, in a sense. Showing you what not to do shows you what to do. So if you feel that pressure in the lower part, then it's more carnal. And not to say to avoid it, but just to know that that's what you're getting yourself into if you are being led by that part of you, which is the beast, which is the animated part. So, if it has a resistance to where you feel like you're chasing is running. There's no separation between those two. And, it just boils down to if you can want it, you can't have it. And if you have it, you can't want it. So it really has everything to do with your true, I don't want to say values, because values create separation, but your core is still. So the stillness creates all the motion anyway. So like the hollow center of a wheel. So you got to look at it more like which movement is more so effortless or in alignment with the universal will, to where you don't have to think about moving and your body is just lined with the universal will, kind of like just being on a train or something. Like you don't have to, like the wind is at your back in a sense, so you don't have to think about moving, or you don't have to do anything as far as designing the movement. You can just visualize the path, see which part of the path is the no, where the no is coming from, and then it's really easy in that sense, because it really boils down to the self-care, the fuel for the self-care. Ultimately, you end up in the same place, and there's no ending. But, you have alternate routes to the same destination. Destiny is destination. So your pit stops or checkpoints, whatever you want to call them. So your self-care fuel, like if you take a route that the fuel is guilt and sadness,